Howdy, how are y'all doing? My name is Derek Anderson Duncan. I am the Texas Tumbleweed. I'm from East Texas. I'm a cowboy poet, and I like to write stuff that's kind of funny, kind of serious, kind of spiritual. All of it's going to always make you think about a cowboy. Now, this in here I wrote is a Christmas poem. It's called The Christmas Saint. Now listen up, partner. I've got a tale for you to hear about believing in something year after year. Well, I'm just an old cowpoke and my memory ain't that good, and when you hear what I say, you'll think that I should stop telling lies, but a fib it ain't. So believe, partner, in the Christmas Saint. Well, it was back in 73, and I was at home from the range, and it had been storming for weeks, and it was time for a change. I'd lost track of the days. They run together more often than not. And I went in to stoke the fire and get the coals real hot. Well, with my feet propped up by the stove and tired, heavy eyes, I was just dozing off, and then to my surprise, a sound from outside, a frightening noise, like a posse of lawmen hunting some outlaw boys. Well, I peeked out the window and nothing was there, so I returned to the fire in my old rocking chair, where I was sipping a cup of coffee and eating pecan pie, and I got a feeling I was being watched by a twinkling eye. Ho, 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 came a laugh with a roar, and startled I looked at my open front door. Well, I heard that you ain't no longer a kid, 'cause you don't believe with your heart, as you one time did. Well, I'm here to tell you I'm as real as it gets. It was you, young feller, who called Christmas quits. Well, he was right about the first thing that came out of his mouth. To me, the North Pole was just like the South. There weren't nothing there except a whole bunch of ice, and when I was a kid, Christmas sure was nice. You see, Ma and Pa always made sure of gifts under the tree, and the stockings were full, but most important the fact, don't be deceived that in the spirit of Christmas you should always believe. Then, well, I lost my belief in the jolly old elf. If I wanted something for Christmas, I'd get it myself, and many years were spent just looking around for the joy in the season, and it couldn't be found. Then one day, I'd had enough. I didn't want any more. I was tired and angry. Time to settle the score. So, right around Thanksgiving, I yelled to the sky, there ain't no thanks to give, so I won't even try. And then the storm set in with rain from the north that turned into ice, and tracks froze on the course. And then the jolly old man, all dressed in red, bellied up to the fire and looked right at me and said, "Friend, I know the stories you heard years ago about elves and toys and a warehouse of snow, and tales of reindeer that leap from the ground and take off and fly this earth all around. But these things, they're more than just words. It's the spirit of Christmas. That's what you heard. You see, the spirit of giving began in this season, and I know that your folks, well, they told you the reason about when the three wise men who looked to the north and then all packing gifts, they set on a course. And the angels from heaven, they came to declare, and all the shepherds in the field, they knew he was there. But no one in town had room for these strangers, so the babe was born in a barn, and he slept in a manger." So you see, partner, I'm just old St. Nick, and you should have caught on long ago, but your head's too thick. The babe in the story, well, he's the true reason for celebration and giving. Yeah, he's the joy in the season. Now, these words I was hearing, well, they had a loud, true ring. Without the babe in the manger, it don't mean a thing. Then I sprang to my feet when I heard my door slam, and the wise man in red, well, he just couldn't be found. And out the front door, quickly I went. My feet moving so fast, it was almost a sprint. Then up in the distance, just over the hill, and I really shouldn't say it, but dang it, I will. There he was, riding a strawberry roan, and I went to chasing him down, and I just couldn't leave it alone. I'd find out the truth before I got off his trail, and I'd follow this saint with a heavenly tale. And the years rolled out before me. My whiskers grew white, and I added some pounds, yeah, more than I might. And I can't recall just when I started dressing in red, but I still wear a Stetson atop of my head. And I done went to riding and telling the story of the miracle birth and why this time of year brings joy to the earth. Now, listen to me, partner. Santa Claus, I ain't. I'm just an old cowpoke who believes in the true Christmas saint.